I want to make a video about how I use Perla and the King database to do my papers on the discussion boards. Hopefully this will help. So an assignment I have due today is to respond to a discussion board. And so let's start by showing you how I go to find my articles. So the first thing I do, I actually just go to king.edu, click on libraries. It'll take you to this page, Article Finder. Click on Article Finder. The database that I like to use is the Nursing and Allied Health database. I click on N. That will bring me to all the databases that start with N, and I click on Nursing and Allied Health. I've already signed in, so it skipped the login page, and I'll go to the advanced search. My classmate talked about diabetic retinopathy, and she wants to do a research topic on that, so I got to respond to it. So I typed in diabetes, and I want to talk about the aspect that it's a silent disease for many people. Very few, diabetes you don't really feel sick from until it gets really bad. So some of the symptoms can be silent. So the first thing I did, my first search just had diabetes and silent in it. And when I hit search, the other thing I did, I clicked on full text, peer reviewed. And for this class, my references can be within the last 5 years. So I just chose a specific date range, and I put in 2014. Click search. Okay, it gave me over 2,000 references. That's too many to search through. But I did scroll through the first 20 on this page, and I didn't see anything that I liked. So I wanted to limit that search. So I went ahead and clicked back on advanced search, and it still got my first two qualifiers, diabetes and silent. So I could have either clicked add a row, but it had a row in here for me. So I just typed in retinopathy. Again, last 5 years, full text peer reviewed, search. Now, 166 results, still a lot, but more manageable. I scrolled through these first 20, and then I came across one that I like. Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, it was this one. My search terms are highlighted: diabetes, retinopathy, silent. Click this one. So I want to use this citation. So to start a PERRLA paper, I've got a little icon on my desktop. I keep it up there because I use it all the time. I just double click it. Opens up the PERRLA app. What it's doing is it's going through all of the references that I've ever used. And that's one of the features. You can use it on any computer, and it synchronizes all of your references. So that's complete. I hit OK. We don't use MLA. We use APA. So I'll click APA 6th edition research paper, and I got to give it a title. So let's just call this my sample APA discussion board response. Now I'm going to mistype this on purpose. So I'm going to put in 2 E's. Now, it's filled in some information for me already. My name's already in here. King University is already in here. It saved that information. If I wanted to include an abstract, I would just click abstract. And then if I wanted to do annotations, I could click that too. But I don't need an abstract for a discussion board, so I'm going to uncheck that. It automatically wants to save it into my hard drive, C drive, my documents, PERRLA papers. That's not where I want to save it, because I tend to save all my stuff on the cloud. I use Dropbox. I've got Google Drive in here as well, but I like Dropbox a little better. There's OneDrive. So this is my 7th semester at King, and this is the spring. This is how I've numbered mine. My 2 classes I have this semester are statistics and evidence-based research. This is for evidence-based research. I've got a folder underneath that called discussion boards. I click that one, hit OK. Now that's where it's going to save it. And then it's given me a name, and it just based the name off of up here. So that's good enough for now. So I'm going to hit Start Paper. It is going to open up Microsoft Word. It looks just like Word, which you're already using. It has created a title page with my basic information on it, a running head, page numbered, the margins are correct, and so is the font. Now that in itself is no big deal. And you can do a template to do that for you. But so it's got your same tabs as Word because this is just Microsoft Word, but it's got an extra tab called add-ins. Now I put a typo here. It put that typo here on my top of my paper, in the running head, and on the title page. So if I just corrected it here, it doesn't change the running head or the title. So I don't want to do that. If I go to add-ins, I've got an add-in that says edit title page. I can go up here to the title of my paper, take out that extra letter, and you notice it took it out from this line as well. I hit OK. It corrected it for me. Corrected it here, here, and up on my title page. So now I can start typing. So let's just say I'm typing away, and now I am ready for my first citation. So I'm going to click on, again under add-ins, I'm going to click edit citation. Just as a side note, PERRLA does keep all of your citations you've ever done, and here are all the citations I've used since I've started using PERRLA. But in this case, I want to do a new one. Why that's important, let's say you cite your textbook for one of your discussion boards. You'll probably use it again. Instead of having to recreate it, you can just select it. So if I wanted to pick one of these, I could pick it, and it automatically put it down in my reference. Again, show you that again. Citation, instead of creating a new one, I can go to search my references. These are the ones I've done in the past, and I can select that one, and again it added a second reference. But in this case, what I want to do, I want to do a new citation. So here's where I was typing, put my cursor there, click on edit citation, and this time I want to do a new one. And so let's go back over here where I found my article. There's a cite button. Be careful using this because a lot of times it's right, but a lot of times it's wrong. And so we're using APA. There it is. One of the things I can tell you that's wrong about this citation is the DOI. If I put this DOI into a web browser, let's see, it should take me to a copy of that article. There it is. Okay, this is on PubMed, and that's how someone could get to that article. Now, if I typed in, let's see, this whole DOI like it's showing me I should, if I do not have access to the King database, which I do and I'm logged in, it might take me there, but you see it didn't even do that. So that's why you got to be careful just not taking what it tells you to type. Anyway, so I'm going to back in Word, I'm going to click Journal, and I'm going to double click it. So it's walking me through the steps. Author's names. I click on Name Builder, first, middle, last name. I've got E.J. Gray. I could put in E.J. or I could put in the author's complete first name. It doesn't matter because, you know, APA is only going to put in the first initial anyway. So E.J. Gray, E.J. Gray. Second name. Let's say I'm lazy and I don't want to type that. I can just copy it, Control C, TW. I'll go back over, TW. And I'm just hitting Alt Tab. That's how I'm switching so fast between screens. Hit OK. Next. And you see, it's put the author's names in the way I typed them. And if I were to put in Thomas, it's still smart enough to know I only put the first initial. Next. What year was this article made? I can click over here and it tells me 2015. Enter or next. Is there an exact date? No. It doesn't say January the 15th, November the 1st, just 2015. So I'm going to click no. Title of the article. Click back over. Now, they got this part right. They only capitalized the first word and the first word after a colon. So again, I'm just going to highlight this part. Get in the right spot. And come down to here. Control C. Control V for paste. Next. Name of the periodical. This one you do use the capitals. You put it the way that the periodical prints it. Copy paste. Okay. Volume number. Well, yeah, 15, issue 12. If you weren't sure, you could close this and look right here. Volume 15, issue 12. Now, this has hyperlinks. And so, like, I could copy and paste from here, but it's got the capitals in the wrong place. So I don't copy that. And also, like, if I try to copy and paste this, it's really hard to do it. And if I click it, it actually takes me to another page. So that's why I typically pull this up and copy and paste from here, because it's just text. So yes, volume 15, issue number 12. Okay, page numbers. Yes, page 1 through 6. Again, if you weren't sure, you can look right here. 1 through 6. 1-6. Did you retrieve this from the internet? Yes. Is there a DOI available? Yes. And again, I only want that last part of the DOI. So I can just highlight this. Or again, if you were doing it from the cite part, only highlight up from the numerical portion. Paste it. Next. Finish. So it's generating the citation down under references, and it's asking me what page did I quote this from. In my case, I didn't do a direct quote. So I would always pick not directly quoted. But if you did, you could say I got this from page 5, and it made the in-text citation. All right, so it created it for me, did the in-text citation correctly. I'm good to go. So I'm typing, and I want to cite it again. I'm on my next paragraph. I decide I want to cite it again. I can just click Edit Citation. There are my 3 references. And if I wanted to pick that citation, I would highlight it and hit Select, or just double click at either one. Is this a direct quote? Not a direct quote. It did that in-text citation for me. So that's typically how I use PERRLA. It's helped and saved me a lot of time and effort. I get my citations and my APA citations and references correct. Helps me with my title page, my formatting, and yeah, I like it. Again, you don't have to use it, but I hope this short video showed you how I use PERRLA and how some of the benefits that it offers. And again, one of the things I like, it saves all those references. So if once you do them the first time, you never have to do it again. You can pull it up. And then I showed you my little Dropbox too. So again, if I was within Word and I wanted to save this, now it's already created it. So it's already saving it into my Dropbox location. Right. So this is actually going to the web or to the cloud. But you can see Dropbox integrates within Word pretty well. Once you install it and you save to it for the first time, it's there. Sometimes you might have to hit the browse to get to it. And you can see I've also got Google Drive.